Hey friends, it's Judy Klock here, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Middletown, Virginia. I feel like my setup is crazy today. Um, Coming to you, it's Thursday, March 27th. I am distracted because I am in the middle of packing for Creativity in Bloom, which is happening tomorrow and Saturday. My workshop is a mess. I've really had no time to plan anything because everything since coming back from on stage has been focused on getting ready for this event. So I did get my paper pumpkin for March 2025. So I thought we'd just kind of open it, unbox it together, go through it, and see what we can make this month. I haven't even looked at it yet. So here goes nothing. So I do like it. I've seen stuff with it. So it's got a Lost Lagoon Stampin' Spot. It's got a couple of stamp sets, and this is the month for the bonus stamp set, I believe. And of course, we've got the package. Oh, look, aren't those pretty? I love daisies. So pretty. All right, let's go ahead and get this opened and see what we've got and see what we can make. Looks like we've got 3 different card designs. Okay, and if you've never done a paper pumpkin, this is Stampin' Up's monthly subscription box. It comes to you with everything you need to create a project. So as you can see, you've got the ink spot, you've got the stamp set. The first time you subscribe, you will get a block, a clear block, and then you can use that block again and again and again. It comes with, let's see, we got here. We've got our dimensionals and some glue dots. I hate glue dots. I will use my Stampin' Seal. I just don't like glue dots, but that's just a personal preference. But if you don't have a Stampin' Seal or other type of adhesive, you are good to go. It's got the 9 envelopes. There are all designed to match our cards. All right, we've got the 3 card bases of each design. Okay, so let's just take out one of each one. We've got the daisies. This is like some little vellum pieces. We've got the blue. This looks like it might be, I don't know, boho blue, which is retiring. Okay, we've got these. Got 3 of these. We got this other card base. Okay, and then we've got all the other pop outs. Okay, so you've got some gold honeycombs, some green circles, some daisies, and then we've got our sentiment labels. All right, let's kind of put the majority of this stuff off to the side because we're not going to need it. I'm just going to go run and get my big Lost Lagoon stamp set because I find it easier to work on that than the little spots. But if you don't have the spots, or I'm sorry, if you don't have the big stamp sets, those little ink spots will be just fine. But I have Lost Lagoon in the big classic stamping pad. I tell you, I can't speak. I'm just frazzled. But it's all going to be good. It'll all be worth it. All right, and then you've got your instructions. So these are almost more pictorial than like word for word. But so you've got card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. And then it's showing you here an overview of everything that you need for the 3 cards. So let's get started, excuse me, with our first card. All right, so we've got a couple of sentiments we can choose from. This is saying to use enjoy your day, but I might actually say thank you. Just because. All right. Well, I'm sure I could stamp happy birthday then. Enjoy. We'll go. We'll follow along. We'll do the instructions. So we're going to do enjoy your special day. All right. I've got, maybe it's coming off. Maybe it's not coming off. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea to do this live with no pre-work. All right. So we need one of our little labels. And we need the one that looks like this. Okay. And then we need the other stamp that looks like this. So let's get all of our stamps. Okay, and this one can go on a little block. All right, so we're going to stamp "Enjoy Your Special Day." All right, can we see? Am I in the frame? Okay, "Enjoy Your Special Day." And then we're going to take our blue card base, and it looks like we are just going to randomly stamp the honeycomb kind of all over. Okay, this one looks like it might be kind of like that. Okay, there we go. That's my random stamping. All right, now this, it's saying use the glue dots. Let me just, you want to lay really flat. It's really good to have a bone folder to just kind of really press that seam down. I'm just going to go ahead and close this up for a minute. All right, now if I can find my Stampin' Seal. All right, I'm going to add my Stampin' Seal to the back of my sentiment. All right, and that's going to go on here like this. All right, now we need some other cutouts. So we need some of these flowers. So it looks like we need these flowers. All right, let's go. Here we go. And this one. And then we need a little bee. Okay, that flower's coming out. Let's take a little bee. And then we need 2 golden honeycombs. Here we go. If I can get them. All right. Now these are going to be hard to put on. Okay, so these, one is going to go here, and one is going to go here. All right, and then I'm going to use some liquid glue on these flowers. They're all stuck together. Where did my liquid glue? There it is. Like, where did my liquid glue go? But I'm so excited for tomorrow. I'm exhausted already, but I'm so excited. We've got so many good surprises ready for everybody who's coming. So if you missed this one, stay tuned because we're already planning our Stampalooza for the fall. This will be our second Stampalooza. So Stampalooza 2025 is coming your way. All right, so we're just going to stick this kind of down there, and see the flowers will help hold the little honeycomb, gold honeycomb in place. Okay, so this is cute. All right, I like this. Very pretty. And then, you could always break these apart and do alternates. You don't have to follow along. I like to follow along because I design enough of my own cards that every once in a while I like to just follow instructions. All right, it says to use just a glue dot for the little bumblebee, but I actually think I'm going to pop him up on a dimensional. I'm going to be a rebel, a total rebel. And we are just going to pop this little guy up if I can actually get this bag open. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Oh, these are the minis. Okay, minis. All right. Let's put one right on the little bum. Okay. And then we're going to take off the backing. I guess we did. And it looks like he goes right here. All right, so that is our first card. How pretty is that? And you can go back and I could add like a little bit more liquid glue if I wanted to, just to kind of hold that down a little bit better. So that's number 1. Let's go on to card number 2. All right, we're going to use that kind of this, like, I don't know, Daffodil Delight background maybe? Hard to say. All right, let's just smooth that down. All right, now for this one, we are going to stamp. Thank you for always being there for me. Okay, I lost my stamp set. Okay, this is what happens when you've got just way too much stuff. So that doesn't actually, we don't actually have that stamp. Thank you for always being here for me. Well, oh, there it is. Wow, I am completely not with it today. Yikes, this is not good. All right, let's go up here and get a bigger block. And I'm wearing my casual long sleeve tee because it's actually kind of cold still here today. All right, now we need one of these. Okay, one of those. Put up our Lost Lagoon. So again, this is a pretty easy one. Okay, let's see. Make sure I got that all in there. Oh, that was totally off. The label moved. There we go. That seems better. Okay, there we go. We got that done. All right, now we need one of, hold on, I just had them. We need one of these. We're going to punch out that center circle. Okay, and actually I think I got two of them. That's okay. All right. And then we need this green circle. All right. And then we need one of these vellum pieces. All right. And then we need some flowers. Let's go back here to the one that we've already, we need this flower. Okay. And we need a bumblebee. All right. Here we go. Got that. And we got a bumblebee. All right. So now for these, we've stamped it already. So now we need to come and we need to put the dimensional strips, which we have. I have somewhere. Don't do what I do. Don't be like so distracted that you got stuff everywhere. You can't find anything. All right. So now I'm going to put one at the top, one at the bottom. Okay, one there. One there. And then one here. All right. So now we need to put some glue dots or some Stampin' seal on the back of here. All right, now I am not going to take off the covers yet because I want to lay this here and I want to see where this green dot has to go. And it's got to go right in there. Okay, now I can take off my covers. Actually, that might be a little bit off, but we'll figure it out. Okay, we got this. So, woohoo. All right. We've got this. See, and my green circle is off. So I'm going to see if I can gently kind of pry this up. Okay. Ooh. Come on. Ooh, you might be successful. Let's see. All right, not too bad. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more adhesive. Okay, don't do what I just did. Learn from my mistakes. All right, we're going to put that there. There we go. Now, the big flower, it says to put a dimensional back there. So we'll put one dimensional there. And then one on this flower. If I can get them off. What? Doesn't want to come off. One on the little flower. Okay. And then some adhesive. Where's that dimensional? I am definitely riding the struggle bus today. The struggle bus is real. All right, and then I'm going to put just some liquid glue here. Again, just a little bit. You don't need a lot. Just a little couple of dabs, a little couple of dots of glue are fine. All right, now we're going to take this off and take, come on. Okay, that was off. Okay, there we go. All right, maybe. And then that, get the dimensional cover off. It was so funny when we were at the on stage in Raleigh. You would find these dimensional covers literally all over the convention center. It was just like everywhere. All right, we're going to add our little guy, our little bumblebee, a bit of glue, and he's going to go right here. Okay. I'm going to tilt him up there a little bit more. And then we've got our, our sentiment and our vellum. And we're going to layer these two. Okay, I'm just like riding the bus today. All right, so we're going to layer it like that. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the back side, which if you've double stamped it like I have, sometimes it's hard to say. All right, we're going to just kind of let it overhang on the left, okay, and the bottom. Make sure it's straight. Okay, and then we're going to put a couple of dimensionals on here. All right. The beauty is these won't be seen through the vellum, which is good because you don't want your adhesive to be seen through your vellum. Okay. These little buggers today are just not cooperating with the program. All right, and then we've got that, and that is card number 2. All right, I kind of like that. All right, let's go to our third and final card. All right, now we've got the crazy daisy one. Folks, please bear with me today. I am just not with it. I am just so tired. All right, we are doing Sweetest Birthday Wishes. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to fit on this one. Let's see. It'll fit on the old G block. What do you know? Perfect. All right, now we need one more of our labels. And I don't know where I put them. Bear with me. Okay. Here they go. All right, and it's this label. It's like the long, skinny one. All right. We're going to come here. We're going to stamp Sweetest Birthday Wishes. And I like it because you can go back in and like stamp Happy Birthday on the inside or, you know, whatever other, or just write something, whatever you choose. Okay. I'm really trying to get this. It's hard to see sometimes. All right. Not too bad. We're good. All right. Now, this is where we need a whole bunch of other stuff. All right. So I'm going to take back this one that we started pulling everything from, because one sheet works for all 3 cards. So we need a bee. We need all of these remaining flowers, I think. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. There's definitely way more flowers than we need. All right. Let me look here for a minute. I'm going to go here because this is going to tell me what I need for each. Oh, so there are 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I do have enough. I have a bee, and then I need the little golden. I don't know if they're really gold. I think they look kind of gold. Honeycombs. Okay, so there we go. All right, now let's go back to our instructions. All right, so this is getting put on with just glue. Like the little dark circles mean glue dots, and the little white, like octagonal Those mean dimensionals. Sorry. Just having a senior moment. All right, so we're going to stick this kind of right here. Right, and then it looks like we are going to put these flowers over there, matching ones. So I'm just going to try to figure out. This looks like this one goes there. Okay, it looks like this one goes there. Okay, looks like this one goes there. This one goes here. Okay, they really actually made this pretty easy. Okay, this one comes here, and this one goes up there. All right, so now let's see. So all of these are on dimensionals. So this one gets a dimensional. We'll put that one on. Okay. So let's see. This one gets a dimensional. Put it right there. Kind of match up that flower. Now this one gets a dimensional. All right. This one might actually get two because two of them are stuck to my nail. So we're sticking two of them on there. All right. So if you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you think you might want to dabble in card making, I would suggest try a 1-month subscription, see if you like it. And if you do, you can renew. But it's I think it's $25 a month, all inclusive. And they're just a lot of fun, and you could just really do whatever you want. You don't always have to follow exactly. If you're like me, I just like to follow exactly. It's just my thing. Okay, so this one, I want to do it like this. Okay. I want to make sure I get a dimensional on it to help hold that in place. Okay, we're going to put like maybe another, this is a pretty big flower. So I think we can put a couple of dimensionals on here and we'll get away with it just fine. Okay, and maybe, especially these are small. If these are the bigger ones, I don't necessarily use as many, but these are pretty small. So I think we'll be okay. All right, I'm going to stick that one right there. And that, again, just helps hold that honeycomb in place. All right, so now these are going to, this one's going to go right here. Okay, and again, just trying to match it up. It kind of went off a little bit there. That's all right. This one doesn't have anything on it except a dimensional. So we'll put a dimensional or two on here. There. Maybe one down here. All right. Let's take this one off. Yikes. Sorry. All right, we got this. Let's move that. Okay, that one goes like that. I should have moved that down. I should have put the flowers on first. It said to put the sentiment on first, but I would recommend that you do the flowers first. Learn from my mistakes. Put the flowers on first, and then you can put the sentiment down. Especially since the sentiment is going flat on the card, it'll be easy to kind of tuck it behind the flowers. So that's my recommendation, my tip for this kit. And of course, if you want to try something different, go ahead and try your own. That's the beauty of these kits, is you can do them exactly, or you can kind of experiment and do them however you would want. All right, so let's figure out, this was that way. All right, so we're going to turn it this way, and this goes somewhere around here. Okay. And we're just going to add some dimensionals. Again, this is saying use one, but I'm going to go with two. can never, I'm going to actually even go with 3. Let's put one over here. These are small enough that you're not going to see them. All right, and then we've got that going here. Somehow I've managed to put this on the wrong side, but how did I manage to do that? I don't know. And now I'm going to add my little bee. I'm going to actually do him with a dab of glue rather than try to get Stampin' Seal on there. And he is going right down here on these petals. Okay, and that is our 3rd card. So these are the 3 cards from the March 2025 Paper Pumpkin. I hope you like them. They're very spring-like, so they're putting me in a very spring-like mood, despite the fact that the temperatures are not spring-like at all here. But I hope you enjoy these, and I hope that you will give Paper Pumpkin a try. All right, now I got to run. I got to go finish up a few loose ends and then start packing that car. And stay tuned to my Stampin' with Crafty Klock Facebook page tomorrow, because we'll be doing some live updates and posting some pictures of all the fun and frivolity that will be happening this weekend. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye.